everybody, how are you doing? Welcome to Gaming Solo. My name is Rob, your solo gamer friend, and this is a solo gaming setup of the game First Rat, designed by Gabriel Isilio and Virginio Gili, and published by Pegasus Spiel. So if you want to, go ahead and grab your game and go ahead and you can set up right alongside of me. So the video finally is published. You can actually join me in a playthrough and see how you fare versus me. Alright, the first thing you want to do is you want to grab the game board and set it out in the center. There are two sides to the game board. There's a blank side where there are no resources, and you can see that right here that has alphabets A through E, and this is so you can randomly set up your own board instead of going off the pre-printed design, which is what we're going to be playing on the other side. So set it out however you like. I'm using the pre-printed design, make it quick and easy. But like I said, it has tokens in there, and it tells you how to set it up for if you want to do your own variant versus the pre-designed variant. And once the board is set up, the next thing you do is you look for your resources. You have a total of 4 resources. You have cheese for income, then you have moldy cheese for negative points, and you have a extra point tracker. So the first thing you want to grab is you want to grab your vinegar bottles, and they look, I'll put this right here, they look just like this. And then you want to grab your baking soda boxes and set that out next, and they kind of look just like this right here. The next thing you want to grab is your tin cans. I call them spinach cans. It looks like spinach on there, or peas. I'm sorry, peas, but they look similar to that right there. And then finally you want to grab your calculators, and these are the resources you use to pay for rocket parts. Then you want to grab your awards tokens, and these award tokens, set them right here. They look just like nuts. They go to screws, and they have +2 points on there, or 3 points, and they're all 3 points each. Then you want to grab your moldy cheese, and these are negative points. For each moldy cheese you have, that's -2 points. Then you want to grab your cheese, which is income, and you can use that to purchase space or purchase items. You have a single wedge of cheese, and then you have a full section of cheese, which is 3 wedges. So one of these equals 3 of the single wedges. Once that's set out, then you want to grab your 4 rats and your 10 score markers, your burrow marker, and your light string marker. So you want to place 2 rats in the start space. I'm going to drag all these right here. So this is the start space right underneath the first blue tab. You want to put 2 in the start space. Then you want to put the other 2 rats in the middle of the nursery, which is right here. You want to place your burrow marker at the start space on the burrow path, which the burrow marker looks like this, and the start space is right where the light bulb is at, right there. And then you want to place your light string marker on the start space of the light string, which is actually right on top of this battery box before you hit your first light string. Next you want to grab your 10 bottle caps. They look like this on one side, and then the other side are additional points you can earn in the game if you have them. And you want to lay them out randomly, shuffle them up, and you want to select 6 and return the rest back to the box. So I'm going to mix them up. I'm just going to randomly push out 6 of them. That was flipped over. 3, 4, 5, 6. Return the other 4 remaining back to the box. You want them to set them up in the Mad Crow's booth, which is right here. So I'm going to push these out of the way some. Then you turn them right side up so you see what they are, because that way when you go to purchase, you know what you want to purchase. And I'll place these right here so that way they're good and set up and ready to go. And each one represents a victory points at the end of the game. The next thing you want to do is you want to grab 3 of your energy drinks. They look like this, and they're all the same value. They're all ×2. And what happens is, if you get one of these, you get to take the resources you plan on collecting, and if you want to use it, multiply it by 2. It's a one-time use. And because we're playing a 2-player, or a solo version, which is 2-player variant, you want to lay out 3 of those in Zippy the Frog's booth right here. So I'll put those 3 right here, and they're worth 7 cheese. Now these bottle caps up here are worth 12 cheese to purchase. And then you put the remaining energy drinks back in the box. Next you want to grab your backpack items. There's 10 of them. And they look like this on one side, where they have looks like the rat with the backpack. On the other side, it just has a color and a +2 or whatever symbol on there. And you want to lay these out, and you want to randomly select, because we're playing solo variant, you want to mix them up and select 5. Push 5 to the side. Those are the 5. You put the other 5 back in the box. And when you lay those out, you turn it right side up in Harry the Hamster's booth. And these will cost you 6 cheese to purchase. And these give you bonus resources to be collected if you have that on you. Next, you grab your 10 comic book tokens. And on the back they look like this. Pretty much an image of a rocket blasting off into space. And on the other side is just random actions you can have and take in the comic book if you have them. And there are 2 types. There's a normal, and then there are the type right here. And if you look closely at it, in the corner you see a little rat up those. Those are like extra superhero rats. And so if you mix all 10 up, and you can play the variant without the superhero rats, which goes a lot quicker, but it does give you an advantage. I'm playing with the rats. So you mix all 10 of these comics face down, and you want to draw a total of 6. And you're going to put them in the library here. So I'm going to mix them up. Don't know what I'm going to get until I pull them out and flip them over. So 1, 2, 3, 6. Put the other 4 back in the box. And then you flip over and see what you got. And you just kind of put them in there. And what I like to do is, if I get one of the rats, I'll take the rat token that it belongs to and place them on it also, so that way I don't forget. And it looks like I have Neil Ratstrong, who goes right here, and Rat Woman, who's going to go right here. And if I earn those, I'll let you know what special abilities they give. I'm going to place them underneath these comics. Just like that, so that way they're out of sight. Next, because we're playing solo variant, you want to take... Next thing you want to do is go ahead and open up another bag of a player colors not being used. And you want to get out their 10 cubes and place them on the board. And they get placed on all of the red stop sign symbols along the board, with the exception of here. So you place them here, 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 and down here. And you place and you cover them up. So you start placing them out like that, and you just cover every single one up. Now while I'm doing this, if you guys like what you see and you're enjoying gaming solo, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any ideas or suggestions of how I can make this channel better, please let me know in the comments below. If you are not comfortable putting your comments public, you're more than welcome to email me at gamingsolo1of1@gmail.com. Like I said, I truly appreciate the time you take out of your day to watch this and to leave comments. And like I said, if I miss anything or mess something up, don't hesitate to let me know. I'll be first to admit if I've done something wrong. I'll reply back, yeah, you're right. I truly appreciate the catch on that. But for the most part, your guys' time is valuable, and I appreciate you giving me your time. And thank you again. Once that's laid out, then you take the other 2 gray rats, and up here where the raternauts, or the astronauts, they call them raternauts, you place the 2 gray rats, which look like that, just on top. I'm going to stand them up, covering that spot there. And those are areas that you and the Automa cannot go to. That's why they're blocked off. Next, you want to pick your color for the Automa. The Automa's name is Greg. I'm picking orange for Greg. And you want to lay out Greg's rats just like this. You want to put one in the start space with the other 2 rats. You want to put one on first position, one on 5th position, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last one on the 8th position, 6, 7, 8. And that's how they're set up. Greg does not collect resources. The only thing Greg collects is points in this game. But he does get rid of backpack items, energy drink, and additional points at the Crazy Crow's booth. But he only does that if he lands on the spaces associated with it, and there's an arrow that points to it when he lands there. Other than that, Greg's job is just to get astronauts as best he can. He doesn't have to follow any of the rules for that. So Greg's going to make it difficult for you to beat him. Once you place him out, then you take his markers for tracking his points, and you place it to the side of the board also, just kind of out of the way. They don't go on the board yet. And along with yours also, finally. Then you take another colored markers. I grab blue. You grab 6 of them out. And you want to place them along the board, along with the rockets parts, components. You want to place them in the front, but not on the points markers yet. Place one here, and one right there on the orange warning cone also. And what happens is, Greg doesn't automatically get the points. He prepares them first, and then if he gets that section again, then he gets them. But I'll explain more in the game how that works also. Next, you want to grab the solo action cards for Greg, and they will look like this. And you divide them into 3 groups, A, B, and C, and the letter is in the bottom left corner of the card. And you lay them out. So there's A, B, there's 12A, 9B, and just 1C. And then you decide what difficulty level you want to play based on the cards. And how you decide that is, if you have 5 A's and 5 B's in Greg's deck, that makes it easy. If you have 6 A's and 4 B's, that's medium. 7 A's and 3 B's is difficult, and 8 A's and 2 B's is unfair. I'm going to go for the medium, which means I'm going to give it 6 A's and 4 B's. So I'm going to randomly draw 6 A's, and I'm just going to splay it out here and just drop them in the middle of the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 A's. Then I'm going to grab 4 B's and do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you take that 1C and just toss it on there also. And you put the remainder of your cards back into the deck. And what you do is you take the cards that you got for Greg and you shuffle them up real good. And shuffle them as best you can. And just get them ready to go. Like I said, I'm playing medium level. And I've played medium level numerous times, and I've lost every time to Greg. He seems to get more points than me, but I'm a glutton for punishment, so I'm going to do it again. And then once Greg's cards are shuffled up to your satisfaction, just go ahead and set them to the side where it works best for you. And that is the setup for First Rat. Hope you are able to join and play with me. And like I said, let me know what your score is once we do our playthrough and you play along. Let me know what your score is at the end of the playthrough and see how well you did versus me. And I look forward to see you at the Gaming Solo playthrough of First Rat.